Hey guys, I'm Nikki Dinky. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I am showing you my super healthy spinach and edamame green sauce. It's my green sauce because it's got a lot of green goodies in it, and it's obviously really healthy for you, hence the super healthy part. So pretty much, I love my pastas, and pastas aren't necessarily the best thing for you. So I started getting more and more creative with creating these vegetable sauces. Sauces that have a lot of nutrients and vegetables built in, but that you can put over pasta and have kind of your pasta and your vegetables all in one dish. This is also a fantastic sauce to put over chicken or shrimp or even over beef. I also love it in sandwiches as kind of a sauce or a dressing in a sandwich. Super, super delicious. You can even use it as a dip. Well, if I haven't sold you, just wait till you see it. Let me show you my spinach and edamame green sauce. If you noticed, I have my Nikki Dinky cooking apron on. It was a gift from my sister, and I obviously love it. So let's move on to this green sauce. First thing we gotta do is I've got 4 cloves of roughly chopped up garlic here. Ooh, and this one is fragrant, which is good. The more fragrant, the more garlicky goodness you're gonna put in your dish. So I've got 4 cloves here chopped up. I'm gonna saute it in about a 1/4 cup of olive oil. That's a little bit more than we need to saute the garlic, but that oil is gonna go into this dish and be the only amount of oil in here. So that's why I'm going a little heavier with this oil, because that's gonna contribute to our overall oil in our dish. So let me saute these up. We'll get it in the food processor, and then we can move on to some of our more green ingredients. While my garlic is sauteing and filling the air with its garlicky goodness, I'm gonna get my base ingredients into the food processor. Pretty much this green sauce is made up of spinach and edamame. I have a 12-ounce bag of shelled edamame, so it's out of that pod that you sometimes, when you're at like a Japanese restaurant, you get edamame and you kind of suck it out of the pod. Well, this is just the inside, just the soybeans. So I've got a 12-ounce thing of shelled edamame. This is all defrosted. And I've also got some chopped spinach. It's a 10-ounce box. This is also defrosted. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of the water out of that spinach, but I don't have to worry about getting all the water out because I'm actually gonna need some liquid later for this sauce. So it's okay if there's still some water left in your spinach. I'm gonna get these 2 base ingredients in my food processor, maybe give them a quick whirl while I'm waiting, and then we can build up the rest, and before you know it, we will be done with our delicious green sauce. Now that I have my edamame, my spinach, and my garlic with the oil in the food processor, I'm just gonna add a couple things to kind of give some extra layers of flavor and really make the dish pop. The first way I'm gonna make it pop is with the juice of 1 lime. That's gonna give it some acidity and kind of break it up, because it does turn into a slightly heavy sauce. Not heavy in a fattening way, just heavy in a textural way. So the lime juice really helps there. Next, I'm also gonna put in 2 scallions. I've got the whites and the greens here. Chopped up, that's probably about 1/3 of a cup, but you can kind of estimate here. Then I've also got some parsley, another green ingredient. This parsley is probably about 1/2 cup, loosely packed. I'm just gonna throw that right in there, let the food processor chop it all up. And last, I'm also going to put in probably about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. We don't have a lot of unhealthy things in here, and so the Parmesan cheese is gonna give us that real extra layer of flavor, a lot of bite and a lot of flavor for not a lot of cheese. It'll also kind of help it stick together a little bit, so I like that. I'm probably gonna put in about 1/4 cup, keep it really healthy today. Let me get those in there. I've got just a couple more things to put in, and then we can enjoy our sauce. So now I'm just gonna add in about a tablespoon of hot sauce, a decent amount, and of course we need our salt. Salt's so important in these like vegetable sauces because it brings out all of the flavor. So I'm probably gonna put in about 2 teaspoons, but I'll start with 1 teaspoon, I'll taste it and see how much more I need. But you do need a good amount, so don't be afraid of the salt. Then we are just pureeing. And you know, it can get a little thick. So I might add a little bit of water while I'm pureeing just to thin it out. Depends on what you're using it for too. In this case, I'm gonna toss it over pasta, so I want it a little thinner. If you have the pasta water that you're cooking up, if you're cooking pasta right now, use that pasta water for this. It'll actually help it stick to the pasta better. But if not, a little water will do fine. If you're using it for a really thick spread though, you can actually keep it just like this. Just kind of depends how thick or thin you want it. So I'm gonna get this pureed, maybe add in a little bit of water, and then I'm gonna show you my beautiful and very shockingly green sauce. And there you have it, folks, and you get a lot of sauce for the ingredients that you put in. I just think it's super fresh, super delicious. If you don't love vegetables as much as I do, you can saute this. Just put it in a pan, maybe a little extra olive oil, and just give it, you know, a little bit of sauteing action, cook it down a little. It'll kind of take away a little bit of that vegetable flavor if you're finding it a little strong for you. But I think it is fresh and delicious and so good for you. There's so much protein and fiber and lots of good vitamins and minerals in this. It's fantastic. I mean, what an easy way to get some good nutrients into your body and a delicious way. So I'll see you guys next time. Remember, have fun in the kitchen and have a happy and healthy new year.